Hello everybody, it is I, jjaaxxthelegend here with another Redstone tutorial. And in this week's Redstone tutorial, I'll be showing you guys how to make a super secret staircase entrance for your Minecraft house or mansion like the one that I'm in. Behind me I have a very large and beautiful grand staircase with some paintings on the side. But it's more than just that. If I grab out my button and place it in my secret position and press it, my staircase door opens, and I can walk through and step on these pressure plates, and it will close right behind me. And I can grab my loot, enchant my stuff, and then walk out like this. As simple as that. Then to close it, just place the button, press it, and then break it. And no one will know anything happened. They'll just think you all popped out of nowhere. That could be a pretty good place for hide and seek. So, now that you've seen it in action, let's go and have a look at how you build this in my Redstone super flat world. Oh, by the way, if you would like to see some tours of these mansions that me and Wild1 have built, leave a comment down below and I will arrange some. For now, let's actually go to my super sandstone world. Okay, now I'm in my super awesome Redstone flat world, and behind me, I have two staircase doors. The one that's made out of brick is my design, and the one that has cobblestone and oak is the design most YouTubers and people use. Now I've decided that I'm going to make this staircase door a lot simpler, so if we pop down below, you can see the amount of redstoning has definitely been decreased. And if you have a look at mine, it looks very simple, where with this, it looks reasonably complicated. So now, if we come up to the top and place our button here, you can see the staircase door fully works. But if we don't walk in fast enough, we can sometimes get our tail caught. And the button has to stay out there, so if you're in here for a long period of time, there's a chance someone might see that button and just either come in and try and attack you, or just remember that position and steal your stuff later. Because if I press this and then break it instantly, you don't have time to get in. Break it and run. See, you just don't have time. But if we come over to mine here and place my button here and press it, we can safely break the button, walk in and just step on my pressure plates, and it'll all close up behind us, and there'll be no trace of us left. Then we just step on these pressure plates again, wait for the door to open, walk out, place our button, press it, and then break it. And boom. This is all thanks to this awesome T flip-flop system down here, which I use in a lot of my doors, like my spiral door and many others. Okay, so now let's get on to the tutorial. For this build, dig out a 7x8 hole that is 3 blocks deep, and then grab out the materials, some bricks, well not bricks, some blocks, some stairs, some pressure plates, some redstone repeaters, some redstone dust, some droppers. Make sure they're droppers, not dispensers, because otherwise the T flip-flop system won't work. A hopper, some redstone comparators, a redstone torch, some building blocks, doesn't have to be light blue concrete because you won't see them, like some sticky pistons and some observers. Okay, now you've got all of those materials, you'll need to locate your first side, the side you want your staircase to be on, and mark 3 blocks like this, and make sure it is a 7 long side. Then come to the 3rd block on the right, like this, of your first side, and count 3 blocks in, not including the block you're on. 1, 2, 3. And then place a light blue concrete or any building block, and then a sticky piston on top facing into the sky. So it should look like that. And then you can break this block here, so it should be a floating piston. Then come back to side 1, move forward till you're on the piston, and then place 2 more pistons in front of it like that. So they're on top of each other. Then grab out your redstone repeater, and behind these 2 pistons here, place 1 redstone repeater on 4 ticks delay going into it. And then an observer on top, so the red dot is facing into the sky, and this face is facing towards the repeater. Just place those blocks back now. So it should look like that from the furthest side away. From side 1 it should look like this. Now you can place your stair blocks and your building blocks like that on it. Make sure this block here is not a block that redstone can't transfer through, so you can't have something like glass or leaves there. So make sure to have a block like maybe sandstone, stone brick, or bricks. Those are just a few examples, but most blocks do allow it to. Then come behind this redstone repeater here and place one piece of redstone, then another piece of redstone coming towards the closest side. Then grab out your redstone repeaters and place 4 like this, facing towards that redstone. And the very first one you placed, set it to 2 ticks delay, so 1 click, like that. So all of these should be facing towards each other, and the last one should be facing into this redstone, like that. So now, behind this very last one, place a piece of redstone, then going towards the further side, place a block and another piece of redstone. So in total, from each side, it should look like this. I'll just get a sky view from here, because otherwise I'll be crammed against the wall. And make sure these are all sticky pistons and not normal pistons. So now it's time to add in your button, your T flip-flop system, and then the pressure plates. Moving around to side 1, above this piece of redstone here, place a block, and then a button on top. This can be any type of button. So when you press it, the double piston extender should extend this staircase block, yeah, that's what they're called, staircase block up, and when you press it again, it should retract it. I'll leave it in the retracted position for now. Then come one more block to the side of this, going towards the further side, not that one, but this one, so it's facing into nothing. And then grab out your dropper. Make sure they're droppers, not dispensers. Droppers have this little triangle-y bit, and to craft them, they don't use an arrow in the middle. And then place a dropper like this, facing towards, that's side number 3. 1, 2, 3, facing towards side number 3, like that. And then coming on the face of that dropper, place another dropper facing down, like this. Then place a block diagonal from that dropper there, and then a hopper there, and going into that block. And then break that block and replace it with a dropper facing upwards. So if I get a view here, this dropper is going into that dropper is going down into this hopper, and this hopper is going into that dropper. Now grab out your comparator and place it going away from this dropper here the hopper is going into, so this larger bit is coming out of this dropper here. And place a redstone piece of redstone dust in front of it, and then a repeater going towards side number 3. Then place a block in front of that. Oh, and you need a redstone torch. Grab out your redstone torch and then place it like that. Simple as that. Then coming back to side 1, grab out some redstone dust, and in front of this redstone torch here, place a piece of redstone, a block up, and then another piece. So this should be extended. But one of them is extended and one's retracted. We have a bit of a problem. Well, an easy way to fix this is to simply put an item in this item hopper here, and it should all fix itself. So when you press this button, it should both extend, and when you press it again, they will retract. Super simple. So now it's time to hook up the pressure plates from the inside, which is definitely the simplest jobs, but it can be a bit confusing because you need to make sure it doesn't hit any of this redstone here. Okay, let's get hooking up some pressure plates. Now come to the opposite side of side 1, and where these 2 pieces of redstone are here, place 2 repeaters, like so. Then behind those repeaters, place some building blocks in an L shape, wrapping them like that, and some regular redstone on top. Just like that. Then, with the redstone dust here, a repeater, some more redstone dust, and connecting it to there. So these two don't merge, that's why we need that repeater there. Then you can simply place your blocks on top like this. Place your your pressure plates. on these blocks here. You don't have to place it on this L shape because that does look a little bit weird. That L shape is simply so we can power those repeaters. So when we walk in, it'll just close the door behind us. Now, if this doesn't work, make sure this repeater is coming out of this block here that has a redstone on it. So make sure there's redstone on there, because otherwise, if I just step on it, nothing will happen. But if I have that redstone on there, it'll work perfectly. So now it's time to add in a staircase and a bit of a floor. Okay, I've added a bit of a floor and a bit of a staircase and another floor in the inside. And when you're doing this floor on the inside, make sure not to place one on the sticky piston here, because if I do and step on this, it will just stuff the whole system up, and this stair will just get pushed up that extra block. So make sure not to do that, because if these stairs are extended, you might think, oh, I might as well just put a block on top of there, but do not. But however, you can put as many blocks around it as you want, so you can make this as big as you need. So I can walk out, with my door to open, press the button, it'll all work perfectly. Okay, so now you know how to make a super awesome secret base entrance, where all you have to do is press a button, then break it, walk in, and just step on these pressure plates and it will close behind you. And you can just walk out, press your button, break it, and you can continue day without any worries of your loot being stolen. So, now it is going to be the end of the video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please leave a like, comment, and remember to subscribe if you're new. And I will see you guys later. Peace. And remember, stay carbonated.